Camera, please. And action.
She was Seymour Lady Worsley. She was born Seymour Fleming. She was an heiress of considerable wealth. She married at a very young age to Sir Richard Worsley. And Sir Richard was a baronet. He was a man with great political ambition. The marriage didn't go very well. They were, in terms of personality, very unsuited. She was very high-spirited. One might even say she represented the romantic age, the age of Lord Byron, the age of youth, the age of rebellion, the age of exuberance.
He is often afflicted with the migraine, and none so often as in the bedchamber.
You are wicked, madam. You are wicked.
Why is it wicked, sir, to laugh and speak the truth?
And he represented the classical, so the staid, the very balanced, the rational, and these two things were in conflict during the 18th century.
I know they find me a terrible bore, Mrs. Leaversuch, but what am I to do but be myself?
So they were two very different, conflicting personalities.
The reason I fell in love with this story, and with this woman's story in particular, is because of the way women were viewed and treated in the 18th century. They were actually legally viewed as men's property, much like their dog or their house or their hat. And as such, they had a monetary worth attached to them. And I find this in itself extraordinary, that a woman could have a monetary worth attached to her, and that as a man's wife, she is his property to do with as he wishes.
I made a vow to love and cherish, and you made a vow to love, cherish, and obey.
Furthermore, what's also fascinating about her story is that a woman's worth was attributed to her virtue. So if she was proved to be less than virtuous, her worth decreased. And this whole story revolves around her husband challenging her value in court. He takes her lover to court and sues him for damaging his property, for having had sex with her.
We have been fools. He has made a claim for £20,000. I'll become a bankrupt and live out my days in the Fleet prison.
So the opening of the film is very dramatic. We see Seymour and her lover Bissett escape. They run away to London together because they see an opportunity and they go. So Seymour and Bissett escape to London, and in the morning Richard wakes up and discovers that they've gone, and he's furious.
Where's that scoundrel's lodgings?
They have eloped.
Your sympathies should definitely lie with her, but we haven't painted him as an ogre or a baddie, because he wasn't. You know, he really loved her. They really loved each other, and it didn't work out. And that's what's really cool about the story, because it's a universal story about two people who try to love each other, but it didn't work out.